my name is Aljosa Hafner and I'm working as a computational physicist at CERIC-ERIC, where we are actively involved in the PaNOSC project by working on the X-ray optics simulations, which are called OASIS. My main research interest lies in surface and interfacial behavior in soft condensed matter, such as self-assembly, which can be encountered in many different areas in soft matter. So, for example, recently I have finished my PhD, in which I have experimentally investigated the mechanism of thin polymer films dewetting. This is a process where thin polymer layers break up into individual separated droplets. Such systems are very complex and thus require usage of many different analytical tools. Not only those in the laboratory, but often involve also usage of large-scale infrastructure such as X-ray or neutron sources. This makes data collection and analysis very complicated. And EOSC can play a very crucial role in this context because this can all be done in a common framework and environment. Instead of relying on different data formats and programs, this can be all collected in one place and used from anywhere, as close as possible to the data.
How do you think that EOSC can boost research in Europe?
It will combine a lot of often complicated tools in a single working environment and then bring together people who are working on separate projects by all directing the effort into a common solution.
And how will your research benefit from EOSC?
So in soft matter, as I mentioned, we use a lot of different techniques. And next to this data analysis part, there is an ever-evolving field of different kinds of simulations, either coarse-grained or molecular dynamics. For example, the combination of the results and the experiments is often quite complicated, and it could be made much easier through the use of a unified data format and metadata. And not only that, we can make computationally very expensive calculations run on remote servers which are especially dedicated for this task. And finally, it will make prototyping much easier and also the evaluation and creation of proposals much easier. One of the most important steps will be the possibility to compare the data gathered in the current experiment, the one which is ongoing, to data gathered in previous experiments. This data can often be correlated or related to this experiment and can give complementary information. And this can only be achieved by proper metadata and properly labeled data. And then it will be possible to use the same settings in simulation and directly compare the data gathered before and now. On the other hand, combining several different methods such as these advanced simulations, experiments and other analytical tools will also be much easier due to a common user interface.
Is there a service or a tool that your project or your community will bring to EOSC?
Yes, I am actively involved in development in EOSC, where I am developing additional features for the software for X-ray optics simulations called OASIS. It is used to simulate different beam properties such as the divergence or the spot size of the beam at different positions downstream. My effort specifically is directed into integration of the OASIS into the rest of the PaNOSC workflow, so to provide sort of simulations at the core of this workflow. Firstly, by providing the users easy access to these X-ray optics simulations, and then eventually the users will be able to use the results of these simulations also in other software which is used for data analysis.
What other communities can benefit from this contribution?
So all kind of communities that use these tools and not only benefit from the usage of the tools that they are already using, but they will additionally gain access also to tools which were before accessible only to true experts in the field.